Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my hobbies, which is Rugby League. Now, what is Rugby League, I hear you say? Rugby League is a team game consisting of 13 starting players and 4 substitutes. There are 3 competitions that take part professionally. There are 3 in this country, 1 in Australia. The ones in this country are Super League, which is similar to the Premier League in football. Championship, which is the standard below Super League. And League One, which is standard below Championship. And there's the NRL in Australia. Now, the game's simple enough to play. As I said, it's 13 players, 4 subs. You've got to score more points than your opponent. This can be done by scoring a try, by grounding the ball behind your opponent's posts. This is called a try, and it's worth 4 points, which is followed by a conversion, which is worth 2 points. You can other ways of scoring a point are penalty goal, which again is worth 2, drop goal out your hands, which is worth 1. There's 2 major trophies that are up for grabs in Super League. There's League Leader Shield, aka the Hubcap, which is given to the most consistent team that finishes first across the weekly rounds. The Super League Trophy, which is contested for in the Grand Final at Old Trafford, which takes place in October. And the winner of that is overall Super League champions and goes on to play the Australian champions for the right to be the best in the world. And also there's the Challenge Cup, which is contested by Super League clubs, few amateur clubs, Championship and League One clubs. Lower leagues also have a knockout cup called the AD Sundecker 1895 Cup, or the 1895 Cup for short, which is their knockout cup. The Australians don't have a knockout cup, they have a nines tournament instead, which they use as like a pre-season warm-up type thing. Both countries have what's called a Magic Weekend, which is all the clubs playing in the same venue across 2 days. There's 16 teams in the NRL, 12 in Super League, 10 in the Championship, and 14 in League One. A team would have a 5 tackle set. On the 5th tackle, they normally put a kick in. However, if they choose not to and they get caught in possession, it'll be a turnover, and a turnover is carried out by a simple play the ball. A play the ball is when a player stood upright and they roll the ball between the legs to a teammate who's stood behind them. Like all team sports, you can be penalised. These are some of the examples of what you can be penalised for. High tackle, which is when the defender's arm finishes up around the neck of the attacker. When a ball is stolen, you'll have to strip the ball 1-on-1, but if a second or third party comes in, gets involved in the tackle, this then becomes a penalty. When a kick-off or a goal line dropout goes out on the fall, also known as over the sideline, when defenders don't go about the full 10 and the tackle a player whilst in an offside position, that's a penalty. When they're in front of the kicker, when a kick gets put through, whether it's a kick-off, goal line dropout, when a player touches the ball from a kick-off when the ball's not gone 10 metres. When using dissent towards the referee, which is basically abusive language. When teams get given a penalty, they can do two things. Kick the ball over the sideline to try and get further downfield, or kick for goal to try and gain an extra 2 points. For bad penalties, the referee can do 3 things as a punishment. Well, 4 actually. They can just give the penalty. They can place a player on report, which means they've got to appear in front of the disciplinary panel. They can send a player off, which is where they're sent off for the full game. Or they can sin bin them, which is where they just go off for 10 minutes. The Rugby League is shown on 2 broadcasting channels. The Challenge Cup is broadcast on BBC, along with Super League Show, which is also broadcast on BBC. Super League and NRL are shown on Sky Sports. So if you're wanting to watch a fast-paced, aggressive sport, I advise you to give Rugby League a try. Once you watch it, you'll be hooked, which is what happened with me. With me, I used to go and watch my brother when he played for amateur clubs. When I was 8, my uncle, my brother and my dad took me to the then JJB Stadium in Wigan to watch Wigan Warriors versus St Helens. It was a 22-all draw. Since that day I've been hooked. I'm still to this day a season ticket holder at Wigan. And this Friday we were playing our arch rival St Helens once again at the DW Stadium. Kick-off 7:45. It's on Sky Sports at 7:30. So if you have Sky Sports and want to get into Rugby League, I suggest you tune in. Or if you don't have Sky and you want to watch the highlights, you can watch them on Super League Show on a Sunday night, which I think's on BBC One at 11:30. Or if you have Sky, highlights are shown on Sky On Demand. I don't really follow the NRL, however. So don't support an NRL team. However, in the Championship, I watch out for the results of Newcastle Thunder, because I want Rugby League in Newcastle to grow, because my brother used to live in Newcastle and play there. I don't really have a favourite League One team. I'm just waffling now. Wigan Warriors, my favourite team, have three main rivals. Leigh, which has a Wigan postcode, so they're deemed as a bus stop in Wigan. St Helens, which is just over a hill called Billinge. Warrington. We've had some feisty games against all clubs. We've not beaten St Helens this season. They beat us in the grand final last year by a lucky drop goal which hit the post, and they scored off the ball hitting the post, which still haunts me to this day. Like and subscribe, guys. Comment any questions you'd like to know about Rugby League. or any suggestions for any other videos. If there's scope for it, I may start doing score prediction videos for Super League. Thanks for watching. As I say, subscribe for more bangers like this. Bye for now.